The true story of unplanned pregnancy in America is a story about love and fear. 1 in 2 pregnancies are unplanned, but nobody really talks about unplanned pregnancy or abortion. Behind the name-calling, the debate, and the bad advice are real people. Women, their partners, their parents, their friends, and their communities. The only people who aren't able to be vulnerable about their feelings on unplanned pregnancy are the ones going through it. We made this documentary to change that. We took a team of 9 creatives across the West Coast to 5 big cities. Our goal? Find the untold story. From Phoenix to LA and San Francisco, Portland and Seattle, we listened as strangers shared their stories, many for the very first time. We interviewed 130 strangers. No politics, no opinions, just the true story of unplanned pregnancy in America, told by the people who know it best. We admit, it's a weird thing to ask a person you just met, but change starts with listening. To understand unplanned pregnancy, you need to understand the 3 very real obstacles that stare down every person who faces the unexpected. The first obstacle is the present. You feel too young, too old, or too poor. You face so many basic challenges in the here and now that you wonder, even if you go through with this, will your child even have a chance at a good life?
It's about the money, man. If you have the money to take care of it, then you're not as worried.
I live off of $400 a month. You don't bring a kid into that. You don't do that to someone. And the kid deserves that.
I was still playing video games with my friends and still had a collection of G.I. Joes and stuff.
You're still young and you had a whole life to live, but you don't know even how to take care of yourself.
This would change my entire life. I'd be an old parent, also at my age. Not only could I have a child, but it could be a handicapped child.
I was embarrassed at my age. When this kid graduates from high school, I'm going to be in a wheelchair.
But meeting your basic needs doesn't solve everything, because human beings are more than the things we need to survive. The second obstacle is the future. You wonder if you'll have to drop out of school, lay down career ambitions, and give up on big dreams.
I was in a good place in my life. I was, working and had a good job and everything was going good. And then that happened.
I probably won't be able to afford going to school anymore.
I was giving up so much of my life already, and I was like, I can't deal with being pregnant. I need to graduate.
I had gotten waitlisted at Columbia at the time, and I'd gotten into Georgetown, and things were very bright.
I was raised in a very high-achieving, privileged community, and it was kind of presented that you have a kid, that's it, you're done. You become a mother.
The job that I have probably will not keep me.
I knew in the back of my head that it would be fine, that my parents would of course financially be able to take care of myself and this child, but I think it was more of the idea that I wouldn't have become a full person.
But the third obstacle is the greatest: relationships. It's time to talk about people. You worry your parents will reject you. You fear your partner will leave you. And you wonder if your friends will stand by you.
Her boyfriend, as soon as he found out, he broke up with her.
It was kind of stunned silence and, okay, I'll talk to you later. And then I just never heard from him again.
Well, I'm going to ghost you then, and really didn't ever see or hear from him again.
Her mom was basically if you're going to screw up your life, then go ahead, but I'm not going to be a part of it.
Her mom was just you have to get an abortion, basically. There's no option. You have to get an abortion.
It would have looked really bad for them in their eyes. So my parents still don't know to this day.
I already knew what choice I would have made because, I didn't want to be kicked out of my house. I didn't want to be excluded or disowned by my own family.
I was scared. I was really, really scared because I'm all right, well, I'm sure my parents will kill me, all of my friends will kill me.
You start worrying about what people are going to say about you being an unwed mother.
And a lot of people are, about the reputation and your parents and where you come from and where you live and what car you drive and all of that bullshit. So just something like this, really the worst thing that could happen to someone growing up where I did.
I had a couple of different people that were like, you're too young, you're throwing your life away. It's okay if you have an abortion.
So I didn't know who else to call. I didn't know who else to talk to.
I had nobody. I mean, I had plenty of people, but nobody I could really rely on except me.
And in that moment, I don't think I've ever felt so alone in my life.
Facing unplanned pregnancy can be a traumatic experience. Trauma triggers our fight, flight, or freeze instincts. The rational decision maker part of our brains is unengaged, and the survival decision maker takes over. In other words, we make decisions out of fear. Fear is the feeling that we are alone and need to stay alone to protect ourselves, that we could never be accepted, and that we have no hope for the future. On the other hand, love is the power to seek after what's best for ourselves and the people in our lives. And here's the thing. Humans are incapable of making decisions out of love unless someone has shown love to them. That's where you come in. Every year in America, at least 400,000 women get abortions because they don't have the support of their partners, parents, friends, employers, and medical professionals. They didn't choose this path. They felt like they had no choice at all. The most startling thing we learned from interviewing 130 strangers about unplanned pregnancy was this: the people we feel closest to don't know we'll be there for them if they need our support. We're not saying real support is simple. It's easy to care too much or too little, to give unsolicited advice instead of listening and reminding her we've got her back. But real support, that changes everything.
My initial reaction was just silence for a few seconds, and I was like, deep breath. Okay, I got you.
The one person I did tell was my counselor. He's like, if I know you, and I know you could get through whatever, you could go through hell and still come back. And I felt like that gave me a lot of motivation because I never really had anybody talk to me like that.
Just giving positive encouragement when she felt, well, I can't, no, we can. It's the most important thing I told her, don't give up.
The nurse, she said, the tests show you are pregnant. I burst into tears and she said, oh, this can be a beautiful experience. And I heard her, so I still remember that.
We need each other. Let's go.
This is a call to boldly enter into the pain of other people, not to solve their problems, but to listen to them, and to show them by your presence and your words that you're going to be there every step of the way, because nobody can be strong alone. Together, we can create a world where no one faces unplanned pregnancy alone, and where the most important decisions in life are made out of love and not fear.